Okay, cool. I caught that before too many seconds went by. 30 seconds of roughly 20, or no, closer to 20 seconds of me talking into a microphone that wasn't picking me up. Okay. I can't remember if I did this on my own. Did I unlock one? I did. Okay, so I think I unlocked this one all on my own, which was this cute little hexwing type critter, very cute. And now I think I'm working on this one. And this one's going to be real cute. So then I can officially start on the cooking DLC ones, which will be very, very nice. Oops. Hello. Hello, my friends. Welcome. It's good to see you. I don't know why I did that. This is the most silent thing ever. I'm gonna raise that a little bit. I think that's fine. Is that too loud? Buckling down to schedule. Ooh, fun. It's always nice to be able to say goodbye to college, but also weird. Awesome. Glad to hear it. These are so cute. I feel like because I'm... Oh, you still have another year. Well, at least you're close. You know what? Let's do like the little coffee. I like that. We're going to do the little coffee. And then I just did... Excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. Although that's cute. Eh. And then I did the little lamp. I think because I already had that, right? No, I like the lamp. The lamp is cute. The semester's wrapping up. That's nice. At least you'll have that. A nice break to look forward to. I think this is what I went for to keep it from being a little too... Although that's kind of cute. I kind of like that, actually. Nah, the pink doesn't work. We can do this, I think. That looks nice. We haven't upgraded things in a while, so I'm just kind of going through and seeing if, oh man. There were so many options in this that I think I just went with the first one I saw. We were going with this style of furniture, that green, pale green, which I think worked just fine. Ooh. Oh, hey. We're just gonna have this lamp everywhere. The flower lamp. Ooh, some of these are super cute. I don't feel comfortable putting candles next to my bed. I do love these little snakes for the New Year thing. Hi, God Kingar. Welcome. I have this one currently. I like that. I think we'll keep that. And then I have this nice little green gaming chair. Although these are cute too. I don't know. Well, this is what we have here. There's so many options. What is that? Oh, that's actually really cute. I like the little stars. I think we looked at that one last time. More candles and fire for me. Why do I hear sirens? Exactly. I think I'm going to swap that to that. That's what I currently have for that. I think I'll just leave that as it is. Do I have access to the flower lamp? I really like the flower lamp. The flower lamp is cute. And we have the right furniture there. I think I liked using the book here. And then we have the cute little unicorn. How's everybody doing? More of everything except writing tonight. My dream, yeah, is to actually do some writing. I swapped, I was mentioning this earlier to no one, but I actually unlocked one on my own. Oh yeah, we can take a look at these now, because I can actually... That's kind of cute. I don't know. I think I actually like this better. Just thought we could go through and kind of look at these, because we haven't looked at them in a while. There's like occasional bits of pink all throughout, you know? Which is why I think I went with that pink last time, so I don't want to necessarily... I think I'm just going to stick with it. Then I could not decide on a rug to save my life, and I still probably won't really be able to decide on a rug to save my life. Look at the pumpkin rug. Oh my gosh. I love this one. This is super cute. I like that little witchy. I think we will stick with this one. It works because there's already pink, you know? I think we're just, we're gonna keep most of this the way that we have it. Because I think we're actually doing really, like, we have most everything, you know? An argument could be made. Well, most everything that I wanted, I should say. You know? Oh, we could get a new window. Oh. Ooh, let's go with that. And we're just going to keep it that color because it suits. We're not going to even... Ooh. Ooh. I like the leaves. I feel like the leaves... What did I just select? Oh. Do like a marble? Nah, I kind of like the wood, honestly. The upper cabinets are flawless, I think. They look great. The lower cabinets, ooh. Don't hate it. This one's got a little... Oh, that just sort of changes everything, doesn't it? This one's more natural, and this one's more like... See, like, this is wood pieces. That's a wood thing. This is, like, cups and stuff like that. Like, I like this, but I think this suits better because, look, we've got, like, herbs on the wall right here. The plan is to write. I swear. We could get a new stove. Although, to be honest, I kind of like the stove that we have. We just won't get any new stuff for the kitchen at all. I wouldn't mind doing like a pastel green. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Here we go. Let's stick with that pastel green. Oh, or we could just do metal. Let's stick with that. Oh, and then I picked this. We could do this nice pastel green. Yeah. My item 2 was this guy. We'll make that one a pastel green as well, I think. We could get a fancy one. Oh, a fancy. Ooh, I like that. Then we have cake over here. Put cute little plants. Oh, actually, that looks really nice. How are you all doing, by the way? We have more stuff. I think I'm gonna go with the plants. And then this is like food and stuff. That's kind of nice. I do. Ooh. Oh, very cute. Oh yeah, that one has to be yellow. I would like that. And this I want to be pastel. I'm constantly overwhelmed. Oh no. I actually remember that. Ah, college. What fun. Oh, that's cute. I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. And then we went with the brick. Oh no, actually over here we went with this. And I honestly think that that's like, that suits so well. Although some of these are really pretty. Like this would look really pretty too, I think. There are a lot of options. You guys ever get choice overload? I do. Oh, this is cute. Ooh, no. I think I actually like the other one better. It just suits the style. There is a surprising lack of green. The one I like is like all the way up here. Yeah, it's this one. I don't know. It just suits like way nicer, right? Oh, this. Yeah, we have these here. We could swap it out for pink. I don't know actually. I think I might just. Can we make them yellow? We can. I actually kind of like that. No, I actually really like this. Oh, no, not that. Not that. Just kidding. Just kidding. I have changed my mind. Yeah, that's better. That goes better. Just too much green. Oh, we have not changed the table. That is for sure. Let's go back to the pastel. Huh. So the tablecloth doesn't change. Or does it? No? Okay, so it does. Oh, okay. There we go. That works. And this could be... Oh, okay. I want white, basically. But like... with a yellow tone. Yeah? Oh man, I don't even know. Muted? Oh, that's kind of... I feel like this... No, that doesn't look good. Okay. I think this is fine. This works. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then the table item, we went with this most recently. What is this? Oh, spaghetti. I can't say no to spaghetti. And then we have our boba because I've just... When is it not a good time for boba? Honestly. Surprisingly, Riley only came to my room once tonight before knocking out, so I am suspiciously, or I should say cautiously, starting the stream, if that makes sense. Trust me, it's actually not that cold. I had the house set to 71 earlier because Brent went outside to mow the lawn, and it's actually really hot outside, so the house is kind of cold. So I just am wearing this because the house got cold. I have since raised it to 73, so the house is going to slowly warm up over time. But yeah, it was actually quite cold in our house. Outside, not so much, but in the house, yes. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got it. We have a new one. Just like, look at him. I forgot about this one. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh, that's stinking cute. All right, there we go. Oops. There we go. All right. Let's see what we get with our cute little fox. Oh snap! Look at this one. This one's like, no, that one's all orange. Okay, this one, we're gonna go with this one. Thank God I have enough money for that, because it's perfect. Okay, so now we can really get to work on the cooking DLC. I feel like I should have leveled up. Alright, now we have things to unlock. Carefully prepare your ingredients. Wait, didn't I unlock this? No, not yet. Didn't I unlock that? I swear I unlocked that, right? It says a pinch of magical dust. Didn't I unlock that? Carefully prepare your ingredients. Lighting, morning. And then we have to go. Did I not unlock it? I like swapped in the middle? Because I swear I... Oh, what am I doing? That's not how we do this. I kind of want the albino one. Oh, I can't get it. I spent all my money. I feel crazy. I feel like I unlocked this one. Didn't I? Am I insane? Oh man. I could not do 77. That would be so... I start to melt at 74 when our house gets to 74. And like I get really agitated. Okay, so we have a live stream today. Excellent. Let's do a to-do list. I feel like I should put dates on these. Just so that it isn't just literally 5,252 right to-dos on here. What do we got? Oh, we need a timer. Let's not do 30. That's a bit much. We'll do 10. I think that's fine. All right. Feeling very relaxed. I've been playing the Oblivion remaster. Oh man. It's a bit doofy. It's a bit goofy. Goofier than Oblivion normally is. I'm actually really pleased that they preserved the doofiness of Oblivion, you know? Like, I'm actually really pleased that they have overall preserved, like, yeah, it has a facelift and it's beautiful and it can run on, like, okay, well, run on modern machines is a little questionable. It's a bit too powerful, but, like, it's so pretty and it's, you know, obviously not getting old and outdated, but man, oh gosh, I can only run it at medium, and I have had to swap my laptop to running on turbo, which means every time I turn Oblivion on, it turns into a jet. So that's fun. Oh yeah, exactly. Oblivion has to be doofy. I am so glad that they did not like choose to like fix any of the doofiness where like people will walk up to each other and one's like, hello, and the other one goes, what? And then they're like, have you heard anything interesting lately? And the other one's like, today I saw I don't know, I'm just gonna make something out. You'd think I would know. They're like, have you heard about the attack in Anvil? And they're like, see you. And then they just like awkwardly like stare at each other or awkwardly walk away, and it's great. So they've retained that, and so I am very happy. But yeah, I'm so stoked. It's so good. It's fantastic. 10 out of 10. I have a ton of the, I actually am not, I have minorly cheated. I've done very minor duplications, and only to like offset some things. I've never played quite this seriously with Oblivion. Like, growing up, it was my favorite game, but I sucked at it. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend that I didn't suck at it. I definitely did not understand the meta of Oblivion. Like, I never did alchemy, and that now that I am doing alchemy, that feels insane. Like, actually insane. So the Steam Deck cannot run it very high. So when I play it on the deck, it's very low graphics, like all the way down. And it has to be. So the Steam Deck is not, it runs it and it plays fantastically, but it definitely does not look the most beautiful that it could look. I have a gaming laptop and it still doesn't look the most beautiful that it could look. I'm on medium. High, I haven't really pushed it to high on my current turbo settings, but once I swapped my laptop to turbo, it seems to be handling Oblivion a lot better. So maybe I will try upping the graphics, but so far medium is beautiful. It's ridiculous. I cannot even imagine what it looks like on ultra. I could probably swap it to ultra and then just pretend that I'm not losing all of the frames except for one. It's a little hefty. It's crazy how hefty it is on the computer. I can't believe how much it needs to run. But it's Oblivion, you know? Like, Oblivion's amazing. It's so good. It's just plain good, you know? You can't go wrong with Oblivion. And I'm having such a ball. I'm playing I can't remember the word that they use for it. It's like... Not spell sword. They don't use spell sword, but that's basically a battle mage. There we go. Oh my god, I've been trying to remember that all day. Battle mage. I'm playing a battle mage, which I've never really done before. I mean, I'm sure I've tried it, but never accurately done it. So I'm playing a Breton, a battle mage, and I'm also using the Atronach birth sign, which done correctly is overpowered, you know? Oh yeah, 2006 Oblivion is still beautiful. I feel like this Oblivion is beautiful in a different way because it is a shame that they did not keep the extremely bright colors and they opted for more realistic colors. I'm not too pumped about that, but God almighty, Oblivion itself, like actually going into the Oblivion gates, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I have so many screenshots, and even the screenshots don't do it justice. Like, the game just looks so good. So, I mean, I wish they had kept the, like, really bright bloom coloring. That is one of the best bits for Oblivion. And Unreal for the graphic. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't even mind that, honestly. But yeah, no, it's so good. And, like... I'm really like putting thought and effort into this character, which in the past I didn't even understand that gender had an effect on your character's starting stats. And like in Oblivion, everything matters a lot. The skills that you level up, if you're not careful and you just like try to focus on your major skills, you can like outlevel yourself and in late game just not be able to survive because you didn't level the appropriate skills and now you have to play catch up. But you can always hire a trainer, but you're gonna need a lot of money to play catch up with the skills, the necessary skills. Like I have to actually upgrade my mysticism. I think that one is low just because I haven't been using it. I have to remember to like unlock things with mysticism. I have played the DLC. I am so excited to go to the Shivering Isles and see them in these graphics. Like, the Shivering Isles are already beautiful. Mania, God, I remember it, like back in the day sitting in just Mania and just sitting there staring at the screen like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And still thinking that for the 2000, you know, like later on as the years go by, I go to the Shivering Isles and I'm like, nothing beats this. Nothing will ever beat the Shivering Isles. This is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So to have these graphics, I'm very excited to see the Shivering Isles, which I finally got someone to tell me about it. So in the remake, they changed the way that you get the DLC quests. In the original game, it was a little doofy. You would get you would leave the you would enter the sewers and then just immediately get bombarded with like, you received a letter about inheriting Frostcrag Spire. You received a letter about Dunbarrow Cave. You received a letter about the weird vampire location. You know what I mean? So now they've changed the way that works, and instead you hear about things from people. So like, I was talking to people in Anvil, and as I was doing rumors, like, finally somebody was like, oh, I know that the captain's treasure has to be around here somewhere, and then I got the marker for Dunbarrow Cave. Which I probably could have gone to it myself, but that feels a little too fourth wall breaky. I'll break a little fourth wall, but like, I don't want to just send my character straight to the cave, you know? So, oh, what was this? Rain is approaching location. So tonight might be a little dicey for my location. We have severe storms coming in over the next couple days, and they're gonna get nasty. I don't know what it's gonna be like for my location tonight. I think tonight for me is supposed to be okay. Let me look at the NOAA, actually. Let me look at NOAA tornado outlook. Oh no, okay, so that's today. Yikes. Okay, it's shifted a little bit, and we have some significant... Let me look at this. Yeah, we have some... What's ENH again? Enhanced. Okay. So on the rating, we have marginal danger at the bottom, and then we have slight, which is my area. Then we have enhanced, which is to the southwest. And then we have moderate, and that's up north. And they're very northeast. Or ish, yeah. Minnesota. Minnesota's screwed. I shouldn't say it like that. That's not nice. Everybody pray for Minnesota. Or good vibes. However, send all the good vibes. No, unfortunately they didn't do that with the old graphics like Halo. It probably would have been even gnarlier to run if they had done that, because it doesn't... Oh. Doesn't feel like the most... Oh, stop! It's a little... Oh... No, that's not what it's called. Bento bunny. That's really cute. Okay, so I know what we have to... A gentle breeze can help cool things. Okay, so we need to whisk, and it needs to be after lunch. Activity, whisking, and then the spirit that we need... Nope. The spirit companion, it has to be the spider. Can I afford? Yes. Look! Oh, that's not it? Surely. That had to be it. No? Start after lunch to be ready for dinner. A gentle breeze. Oh, I forgot something. Soothing wind, gentle snowstorm. Do I not have everything? Okay. A gentle breeze can help cool things quickly. A creative spirit can help inspire decorations. Prepare ingredients in a bowl and whisk well. Start after lunch. Okay, so what if we do... Oh, okay. It was afternoon. Not evening. It was afternoon. My bad. It is really pretty, though. Also, I moved Sandrock from my external to my computer. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm planning on playing Sandrock, but, like, I'm not saying I'm not planning on playing. Anyways, so, let's, oh, I need monsters. Hang on, let me deliver some quests in For the Words. What have we got? I need to turn in some things. Oh. This unlocks a location. I may as well really quickly just so that you can see what I'm doing. I need 3 of these. No, I don't want to sell it. I want to buy it. This leaf sung... Oh, biscuits. Okay, here we go. this, of course. So I need 3, which means we need 6 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now we can make, come on, 3. Got it. All right. All right. I also need 4 of these. 4 of these boots. Oh, thank God. I don't need to make them. No, wait. Yes, I do. Because it's these boots. No. It's... What? Was it these boots? These boots are made for... Yeah, it's the leaf sung boots. Of course it is. Okay. Alright, so... We need 4 of these, which means we need 8 of these, so... Okay. Yeah, we're good on materials. Thank you. Your mom... Wow! Excellent, Mom. God King R's mom is a rock... Ah, biscuits. Okay, we need this leaf sung ink. Oh, wait. Does she sell it? Okay, so we just need 2. Biscuits! I need this. It's kind of bugging out a little bit. Hang on. I think they recently changed something. And... What's happening? Right, I need this. But in order to get this, I need this. This poison. And to get the poison... The poison for Cusco. How is the arachni? Am I crazy? Okay, 200. The arachni... Oh, gosh, it's wigging out. They changed something on this recently, and now it's all wiggy. This one is 450. Let's see what the assassin is. 500. The villager is 600. You would think that that all of these... No, see, this is 400. Okay. So it looks like the best option is probably going to be this one. So what we will do is add... Am I a crazy person? Like, I did actually just tell you to put that monster in my... Bro. Okay. Thank you. And then I can just fill up my queue with this monster, and then we go to writing. There we go. Excellent. Excuse me. Great minds think alike on the references. I haven't got these in a really long time. Man, these are just literally happiness in a cup. It's bubble tea. It's strawberry lemonade green tea, but man, are they expensive. It's just like a once in a blue moon thing, and I haven't had these in like a few months now. It's like $8, over $8 for 4 of these. And they're obviously... I have big hands, but like they're smaller than my face. So this is like... How much is it? There's 4 of them for $8. This is $2. I don't know. Now that I buy groceries, like that feels like a lot. $8 can tip me over 100 real fast. Well, I shouldn't say now that I buy groceries. I've been buying groceries for a long time. It's just that the price of groceries has like exploded. Things that I bought 4 years ago would not have taken me over 100. Now it takes me well over 100. And that's just like the bare minimum type meals. Like, I'm not making fancy meals in this house. I'm making like 3 ingredient meals. You know what I mean? Using, what's the word I'm looking for? Seasoning like Mrs. Dash. Oh my God. Yeah. And now that I have kids too, it's so much worse. Like, I probably could have kept this between 60 and 70, but I have 2 kids, one of which is picky, and we're not, I mean, we like make him try the food, but we don't make him eat all of the food, if that makes sense. Like, we try to make him try the food, and then if he still doesn't like it, because he will actually sometimes be like, oh no, I actually do like this, and he'll eat it. He just needed to give it a try. But if he doesn't, then we don't force him. So I have to have like backup meals on top of the meals that I am making, because it's not a confirmation that he'll eat it. Lorelai will absolutely eat everything. She's my child. Put food in front of her and like 9.9 times out of 10, she will just inhale said food. Riley is the tricky one. There are times when I am convinced I know what he will eat and he won't eat it. And he'll be convinced he knows what he wants to eat and he won't eat it. So it's not even just me. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and write. Let's do 1 and then we'll come back. All right. See you guys in 10 minutes. Let's go. The music stopped right when I did that. Also, I would like to change. Bro. Oh, it froze! No, don't do this to me. Alright, well. Is everything frozen? One word. That's what it feels like. Okay, now she's going. I wanted to do rainy day. I just like that one the most. All right. All right. Excellent. I have written, I don't know how many words I've written. 464. I'm working in a file that already has words. But yeah, 464. I just said it and I already forgot. Okay, I can say I wrote. This was not anything permanent. This was just a for fun, right? But hey, finally, on the second to last live stream of Writathon, I'm writing. Isn't that a trip? How are you guys doing? Oh, look, there's little cookies. That's so cute. This is the stinking cutest. Let's see. Yep, we've done all of our tasks. We're doing phenomenal. We're working on a spirit. It's going pretty good, I think. Oh, this is an upgrade to the ink. Has to be. I don't know what this one is. This has to be an upgrade to the boba. Yeah, pairs well with boba tea. This is an upgrade on the monkey. I'm not sure about that. Huh. Not sure. I think some of these are upgrades. A trusty companion for jotting. Yep. Yeah, so we'll see. Nice. No, don't worry. Take your time. Get it all down. Don't rush it. I won't judge. You won't see me judging. Oh boy. I think we can probably do another writing sprint. I'm gonna finish my goofy little fun thing. And then I have been thinking about, so I'm at that, like I was talking about, I'm at that stage where I can't really pick what I want to write, right? I have all these ideas. I have these fledgling projects that are gonna cook until they're ready to be written, and then I feel like I'm equipped to write them. And I don't know. Might take this sound and lower it a smidge. Just a smidge. I still want to hear it. So, do we still have the sound of the ocean going? I think we have too many sounds. There was an ocean sound. Did I? No, I took that one off. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. I think the wind and the snowstorm was going against each other. I have thunder. I have the thunder going, but not the rain. There we go. We should probably turn off the night forest. There we go. Now we don't have quite so many sounds. Not that sounds are a bad thing, but it's actually kind of nice. Nice to have so little, but I have a lot of different ideas that are kind of moving in and out of my brain. Like, I recently picked up from a little free library. I was so excited. I did not even know this had a book. There was a movie, an animated movie a long time ago that came out called The Great Mouse Detective with Basil and Dr. Dawson. Basil, the Great Mouse Detective, and then Dr. Dawson, his partner, his Dr. Watson. And apparently this came from a book. It was it's not called The Great Mouse Detective. It's Basil of Baker Street. And it was in the little free library, and now I like an old idea that I have not thought about for a very long time, which was that I basically wanted to write Robin Hood but told with mice. And it was something that I had been playing with as like just a way, you know, to tell the Robin Hood story, because I thought it would be really cute. And then I didn't get back to it. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know if I still have it. Was it Valorwood? No, I don't think it was. Valorwood was different. Maybe it was in one of these. It might have been in this one. Might have also deleted it. Robin Hood is my man, you know? It was really weird. I was never into Robin Hood as like a younger person. This is like a relatively new thing for me. But I read Robin Hood by Roger Lancelin Green. It was just a random book that I picked up from Barnes & Noble. The book itself doesn't even look all that fancy. It's literally like this, here, let's see if I can find it. Roger Lancelin Green, Robin Hood. He's also written King Arthur, which I really need to read. Let's see. It is this copy. I have this book. It's a little hardbound book. It's just a silly little thing, and I read that whole thing in one sitting. Brent programmed next to me. This was early in our relationship, and I read Robin Hood, and I was like so impacted by that story. Like, I was so into it. I fell so deeply in love. I was like, how did I not know that this was like basically the story of Robin Hood? And then I just like went on a deep dive, and I started collecting all kinds of Robin Hood things and all sorts of books, some of which I still haven't even finished. Chest High Wall sent me this beautiful copy of really old Robin Hood. What is it called? I know it. It's like the oldest existing written reference to Robin Hood. No, not the reference. It's the oldest existing written copy of Robin Hood Legends. It's The Jest. Was it The Jest? Yeah. The Jest. Yeah, it's The Jest of Robin Hood. Oh no, is that the board? Is that something else? Yeah, The Jest of Robin Hood is one of the earliest surviving text of Robin Hood tales. Written in late Middle English poetic verse, let's see, are grouped in quatrains with an ABCB rhyme scheme, also known as ballad stanzas. Jest, which means tale or adventure, is a compilation of various Robin Hood tales. And I do believe it has like the basic characters of Robin Hood. Like, Marion didn't appear until way later, I believe. Neither did Friar Tuck, which is funny because he's my favorite. Friar Tuck is absolutely my favorite, and I could go on a whole thing about him. But I do believe Robin Hood and Little John are like, they're about as old as it gets. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see, when is it dated to? Its popularity is proven by the fact that portions of more... Hang on. Does it say when it was written? I can't... The work survives in printed editions from the early 16th century, just some 30 years after the first printing press was brought to England. While the oldest surviving copies are from early 16th century, many scholars believe that based on the style of writing, the work likely dates to the 15th century, perhaps even as early as 1400. The story itself is set somewhere from 1272 to 1483 during the reign of King Edward. This contrasts with later works, which generally place Robin Hood earlier in 1189 to 1216 during the reigns of Richard I and John, King of England. Which is that's my favorite placing of Robin. It's not like, seriously, it's probably more accurate that he was either even earlier than that. I think the earliest mention of Robin Hood that is from 1377. It was a poem called Piers Plowman, which mentions rhymes of Robin Hood. So that's the earliest mention of Robin Hood that we have, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he was from 1377. It's just the earliest written mention, the earliest literary mention of Robin Hood. And it isn't even about him. It was just, he's mentioned in passing. Oops, it froze. That's fine. But there's like all sorts of, was Robin Hood real? I have this one book on like English outlaws that I have to finish, but I have it digitally because the physical copy is for some reason really expensive. Like really expensive, but I digress. I have another favorite of mine that I haven't finished. Okay. I have a problem with stuff like when I really, really, really like something, I will sometimes, because I don't want to, oh, goodness, because I don't want to fully experience it, like, I don't want to finish experiencing it is actually more accurate. I sometimes don't finish it. Like, I will put it down and then do something else because I don't want the experience to be over, which is goofy. And I do that with a lot of things. I've gotten better as I've gotten older about doing that, thankfully. So I think I might actually finish this one. But let me think what it's called. And it's not Howard Pyle. Is it Hank? No. Biscuits. Who wrote it? I always do this. It's not Howard Pyle, but his name starts with an H. Ah, biscuits. Okay. It's gonna give me Howard Pyle because that's the most famous one. I'm not super, ironically, even though this is like considered the Robin Hood movie, is that the one with Robin Hood 1976? Is that, yeah, no. Ooh, I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, I have one. It's Sean Connery? Well, I have to see it. I thought you were gonna mention the one with Errol Flynn. God, he's gorgeous. Apparently a train wreck, but gorgeous. Howard Pyle's is not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. It's fun. I think his was a little grittier than some of the other ones that I've read, but it's not bad. Of course, I'm just, that's all I'm gonna get is it's Howard Pyle. Yep. Yep, Howard Pyle. I don't know why he became the Robin Hood guy. It's so interesting to me. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the other guy. No, that's how... Is that... No. An easy-to-read type. Retold by Bob Blaisdell. Is it this one? No, that's Howard Pyle. What's this one? Interesting. It's a 5-book series by Robert Muchamore. Hacking heists and flaming something. Robin Hood on a speedboat. There's a helicopter, searchlights, a flipped over police car. Could be interesting. The Shadows of Sherwood Forest. Oh, that one looks really pretty. I'm finding new Robin Hood books. I should write at least one Robin Hood book. Like, heck it, I'll write more. That'll be my thing. But like, oh, this is one of my favorites. Paul Creswig. God, and this is another one where it's the same thing, where I haven't finished it because I love it so much that I don't want to finish it. I found this one in a library, and then I was so madly in love with the first chapter that I went and found it because I was like, I need this. It's so good. It's a little harder of a read because it's a little older. I also found this in a yard sale, which was exciting because the copy I got from Amazon had really bad water damage, which they didn't say it did, but I also didn't want to send it back because it was the cheapest copy and also one of like 3. So I didn't want to risk sending it back and getting another one. So I just kept my water damage copy. And then I went to a yard sale, an estate sale actually, and they had this book and it was beautiful, pristine condition, possibly never opened, and I was so excited. It is one of my favorites. I just love the style of it. I think, okay, my favorite style of telling Robin Hood stories is not the gritty, hyper-realistic fashion of Mists of Avalon. And I'm going to say that because I feel like that's what people are trying to emulate is Mists of Avalon whenever they're doing stuff like this now, historical fiction. And I don't like... I tried really hard with Mists of Avalon. I know it's considered a classic. The author is interesting. That's putting it extremely lightly. Do not look into the author of Mists of Avalon. Trigger warning, it's awful. She's a horrible human being. It's awful. And I'm not gonna lie, I was reading Mists of Avalon, and I got this weird feeling about midway. I was like, there's something about this that is bugging me. I also like really couldn't handle a bit with Morgan. I was just telling you about the author. I love you for that. That was very sweet. I got to the point with, I can't even remember what her name was, where Morgan was, there were babies involved. Okay, there was a baby involved. That whole bit was super, I had just given birth, and that whole bit was super, like, upsetting for me. I don't want to say triggering, because I don't have triggers. Not really. So it was just upsetting for me, and I ended up putting the book down. And I was like, there's something about this that's making me really uncomfortable. And then later on, when I found out about the author of Mists of Avalon, I was like, you know what? That kind of tracks. I hate that tracks, but it kind of tracks, you know? So I'm probably not going to finish that. My favorite King Arthur books are actually Morgan Le Fay, written by... okay. Oops. God, what was her name? It's going to kill me. Yes, I Am Morgan Le Fay by Nancy Springer. God, this, I was obsessed. I was violently obsessed with this. And there's an I Am Mordred, which takes place, I think, before this. But God, I was violently obsessed with this in high school. I read it once and then went and hunted it down. And I also love the cover. This cover, I never want another cover. This cover is gorgeous. Like, oh, it's so good. I Am Morgan Le Fay. Oh, hey, sweet. This one right here. Perfection. Pure perfection. So good. I love it. Anyways, the thing that I love, I think, about Robin Hood that really makes me like the books is this kind of lighthearted telling. I mean, okay, I say lighthearted. It's a tragedy. Robin Hood is actually a tragedy, the story. But the way that it's told, I much prefer the more, I'm not even sure how to word it. I don't really want the nitty and the gritty. I don't want hyper realism. I don't want like doom and gloom. It's so hard to put into words. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could properly, like, there, sad things happen in this, you know? Pretty fairly quickly. There's some sad stuff that happens in the first arc. And, so it's not like sad stuff doesn't happen. It's just one of those things. What's this? Ooh. That's pretty. This looks like it's Paul Creswick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that artwork is Paul Creswick, which is this one. But this is the Reader's Digest version. It's a beautiful book, so I don't even care. That looks like Howard Pyle. No, this is probably also, yeah, it's Howard Pyle. Howard Pyle. I don't know if I'm gonna find this author. He's not, it's so weird that this author, I don't know why he's not a bigger deal when it comes to looking up Robin Hood stories. He just isn't. Oh, I love that. And it like wigs me out that Howard Pyle is just the person. Not that he doesn't deserve it. Ooh, that's very pretty. I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh, I have this. I have that. It's a board game. It's very cool. The Robin Hood tangent. You know what? Worth it. I don't even regret it. Let's see. This is going to drive me bonkers. I don't know if I'm going to find it. You know what? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Just bear with me. I'm mostly going to get this book, but there's another one. Was it Penguin? Was it Penguin Classics? I mean, it's just in the other room. I could literally go pick it up. I feel like it's one of those things where you're like, if I just look a little harder, it's going to appear. But I think I'm just going to get this one because obviously this is like the fancy Robin Hood, I mean, Barnes and Noble thing. Wait, is it? No, that's that thing. That's not it. Robin Hood, was it Penguin? I feel like it's not. I feel like this isn't it. Can I type in the description of the cover? Like, if I saw it, I would know it. Oh my god. Okay, this show is so flippin' good. Oh my god. This is... I love it. And it's another one of those where I enjoyed it so much that I stopped watching it because I didn't want it to end. And also, I'm weird with TV shows. I get, like, a little... No, that's Roger Lancelyn Green. I get a little weird with TV shows where, like, I just expect at some point for me to just find that it's no longer fun anymore. And then I'm sad because, like, it's not as fun as it used to be. Robin McKinley wrote a Robin Hood, and I have that one. That one's okay. I wasn't sold on that one. This one's fun. I like this one. I don't even care. It's fun. I like that one. You know what? This one captures the vibe. This is the vibe. It's fun. It's not exactly the most accurate, and it's not exactly the most inaccurate, but it's fun. It's not too dark, and it's not too, like, light, I guess is the right word. Sorry, Clem. We almost did one, I think. Yeah, with the Midsummer Night's Dream. What is this? No, that's Paul Kreswick. I should have recognized the art. Acting like I'm hoity-toity when I haven't finished any of these because I have that issue where I don't want to finish things. Is this gay Robin Hood? No, it's Romeo and Juliet. I was like, is that gay Robin Hood? How do I get? It's not. I'm sure there is one. Not that automatically makes it good, but you understand. Look, MXTX has rewired my brain. Okay, it's just not appearing. So... It's blue. I know that. That's all I've got. Was it Hank? Was it Philip? Maybe it was Philip. I'm losing my mind. Robin Hood book. Philip? Was it Philip? Oh, I have this. This was also in a little free library near me. That was exciting. So my kids have a Robin Hood book. God, Friar Tuck is the best. Friar Tuck is an interesting character because he exists as a foil to the villainous church. He is meant to represent the average person. So, like, the average holy person, because, you know, in Christianity, I know, right? At this point, I'm just going to go get my book, but I also wanted to talk about Friar Tuck. He exists as a representative of the actual Christian, whereas the church, you know, as the villain of, as part villain of the Robin Hood universe, the church represents the falsehood that the church is perfection, that the church is above, that the people of the church are better than the people, when in reality in Christianity we are all equal. No one is above. There's no one closer to God. You don't need to pay anybody. You don't need to talk to someone so that they talk to God. Like, it doesn't work like that. Christianity is all about the fact that you can directly talk to God, which for a long time was very difficult for people to grasp, because that's just not how religions of the time worked. So people were very confused about that, and there was a lot of Gnosticism going on. I think that's the right word. So Friar Tuck exists as a foil to the egotistical and corrupt church. He is very human. He's flawed. He sins because he's big on gluttony. Usually, Friar Tuck, he drinks a lot. He usually has food hidden away everywhere. So he doesn't really practice his friar promises. I can't think of the right word. But so his purpose is to exist as, like, the accurate Christian, which is that he's flawed and he sins, he repents, he does his very best, but he will sin again, and, you know, everyone sins. And the church obviously is like, we never sin, which is obviously a lie. We are not rich, they say, bedecked in gold. So that's kind of, I genuinely love Friar Tuck. He's my favorite. My real favorite, 1970s. Was it the 1970s or was it the 1920s? Ooh. Nope, that was Errol Flynn. 50? There we go. Yes. This is the best thing ever. I love this show violently. Another example of I don't want to hate it, so I'm going to stop watching it early on. He is Robin, and this also perfectly captures how I like Robin Hood to be depicted. It is dark and light. You have these dark situations, but the way that Robin handles them is he's merry. He's, and I feel like we've kind of lost that with Robin Hood a little bit, is that he's not just doom and gloom. I know that like reality is quite dark sometimes, but I feel like Robin Hood being this merry individual full of joy and life, and a lot of the times religious, but it doesn't have to be, is just it like is a good counterbalance to the stuff that he's dealing with, right? Because if you have too much doom and gloom, then the whole show is just depressing to watch, and I get depressed. And it's the same thing with any books. Like, I read a book that I found a Robin Hood retelling in Barnes & Noble, and I read it and I was annoyed because, I don't know, it was just really weird. There were demons, there was I'm trying to remember what happened in it because there was so much going on, and then Robin and Little John weren't even friends by the end of, like, I think book 3. And I was like, I'm not having fun with this. Why do Robin Hood and Little John hate each other? Yes, entertainment is very doom and gloom these days, and it drives me nuts. I can't stand it. It's so bizarre. I'm gonna go look for that Robin Hood copy. I will be right back. I'm gonna turn this off so that you guys can't judge my bedroom. I knew it started with an H. Henry Gilbert. There it is. That's such a small camera, you can't see that. Acting like you can actually see that. Okay, not that that's much better. Anyways, Robin Hood by Henry Gilbert. It's a little bit longer. It's so good. It's so well written. It's not too old. It's not too new. It's not too grim. Robin is still very, but it's also not too light. I don't know. And then of course I grabbed this one. I have a little trolley in the other room. I don't know what else to call it. It's a little rolling shelf. It's got 3 tiers, and I have my writing books in it and all of my Robin Hood books in it. It was very nicely organized, but my kids love to pull books out of it and pretend to read because I always read to them. So it's no longer organized. Uh-oh. What happened? Why is it no longer? Oh, I turned off a sound that we needed. I'm a doofus. I forgot. Well, none of that counted. We have not been earning that spirit. My bad. Anyways, I really should write something that's Robin Hood, but I also... I get Um, what is this? This is not the project that I thought it was. Oh. Oh. I haven't visited this project in a very long time. Trash. Wow. Anyways, I got distracted. I was like, I don't remember any of this. And insert Gandalf gif. I do not remember this place. I have no memory of this place. That's what it is. Yeah, I think I may have deleted the original mouse project for this, which is unfortunate. There was a Robin Hood isekai that I planned to write, but like I think I get caught up in it being as historically accurate as possible. And like, one of the best things about these is that I don't necessarily believe that they are the most historically accurate thing ever, but I get really caught up in it, you know? When was this written? Paul Creswick. Art ornaments on pages 1, 5, and 311 by Howard Pyle. Wow! I forgot about that. Howard Pyle did some of the art in this. I can't escape him. He's like the Robin Hood dude. Oh my good heavens! This was first published in 1902. I could probably read some of it on YouTube because I doubt it's under... I would assume that it's no longer copyright. Not that it would be very easy to read, because it is written in a way where like accents are written, so I would not be able to really read it without doing a terrible accent, because like it'd be like, well, Robin, on what folly do you employ yourself? Do you cut sticks for our fire a mornings? That doesn't sound right. You know, sometimes there's only so far you can force something with an accent that it wasn't written for. Anyways, that one's really good. When did Henry Gilbert write his? This one's so good. No part of this publication may be reproduced. Well, the book is... Oh, this book was first published in 1912. 10 years later. These are only 10 years apart? No. The difference in these is ridiculous. Okay, like, but genuinely... Let me read a little bit. It's like, it was high noon in summertime, and the forest seemed to sleep. Hardly a breeze stirred the broad fans of the oak leaves, and the only sound was the low hum of insects which flew to and fro unceasingly in the cool twilight under the wide spreading boughs. So quiet did it seem, and so lonely, that almost one might think that nothing but the wild red deer, or his fierce enemy, the slinking wolf, had ever walked this way since the beginning of the world. Okay. That's like basically modern English. Was this translated? Was this changed? Not translated. I shouldn't say translated, but like, was it... The text was intended to fit the style and language of Robin Hood's medieval context, and we have retained that style for this edition. Did you? See, again, it doesn't really read... Okay, and then let me pull out good old Paul here. Oh god, okay. Alright, just remember that first line I said. Thus spoke Master Hugh Fitzooth, King's Ranger of the Forest at Locksley, as he entered his house. Robin flushed a little. These arrows, sir, he announced, holding one up for inspection. Dame Fitzooth smiled upon the boy as she rose to meet her lord. What fortune do you bring us today, father? She asked cheerily. Fitzooth's face was a mask of discontent. I bring myself, dame, answered he, neither more nor less. Surely that is enough for Robin and me, laughed his wife. Come, cast off your shoes, and give me your bow and quiver. I have news for you, Hugh, even if you have none for us. George of Gamwell has sent his messenger today, and bids me bring Robin to him for the fair. She hesitated to give the whole truth. See, like, it's different. You know, you get what I mean? I don't know if you can pick that up. Like, the language of this one is so different from the other one that it's strange to think that they are only 10 years apart. I don't know why I assumed that they would be more. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so you see what I mean. The tone is so different, and they're only like a decade apart. That's so weird to me. But these are two of my favorites next to Roger Lancelin Green, and I still have to finish this one. This one's gonna make me cry. I already know. Things suck and are bad. Yes! Thank you. Yes. See, like, there's still sad things that happen in them. Don't get me wrong. But, like, it's not like... Oh, man, I don't even know if I could put it to words. You'd think I would be able to, being a writer. It's just, I feel like, okay, you know what? I feel like we are still being productive because we're talking about books, right? It's so hard to put to words because, like... It's not like there isn't sad things happening. People die. There's torture happening, you know? People are getting hurt and maimed and stolen from. Children are dying. There's a character that you meet relatively, like, very within the first chapter of Henry Gilbert, and he's like, I, Robin, I'm stealing, but I must because I'm taking care of my sister's son after she died because she couldn't afford food and she couldn't eat and she became sick because she was giving all her food to her son, and now I have her son and her other children have gone with other friends because I can't afford to keep all of them, but I wanted to keep this one, but now I don't have enough money for food, and so I'm going hungry and I have to hunt deer in the forest. And you're like, Robin. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's still sad stuff happening, but I don't feel depressed reading it because I still feel like, yes, I'm reading about a hero and he's going to come and save people, and he's not himself this demonized person. You know what I mean? I don't know. Bret Easton Ellis and Robert Eggers. I don't know them, but if they're grimdark, I probably don't want to know them. I couldn't get into Westeros. I couldn't get into Game of Thrones. And I fully read book 1. Y'all, all right? I gave it a shot. I read all of book 1. And by the end of it, there were certain characters that I liked. I ended up liking Daenerys, despite her having a very brutal intro to the story. So, like, I don't know, it just felt too dark. It just got worse and worse and worse, and I was like, you know what? Life's too short for me to be this depressed. Yes, we have to find and dismantle the hero because there's no way they are just good. Thank you. There's a trend where, and I mean, I fall prey to this too, where characters have to be very flawed, and sometimes I end up having to pull it back because then I'm like, I'm writing grimdark. I don't want to write this anymore. Stop it. Everyone's too flawed. Yeah, it's the Game of Thrones. Good question. I feel like Game of Thrones really pushed it. When was Game of Thrones first published? 1996. Wow. Huh. That series has been going for a long time. 1996. Wow. Way before grimdark was a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Grimdark. I don't know if I've found a grimdark that I can like. Oh, the 2 Robin Hood books. These ones, this one was 1912, and this one was 1902. So they're literally 10 years apart. Which is crazy to me. Just 10 years. And they're so different. But yeah, I love these because yes, they have like I was saying, they have sad stuff in them, but they don't feel depressing. It doesn't feel doom and gloom. It feels very much like a storm, like night before the dawn kind of thing, where like it gives you hope. I guess it's less about the character being flawed and more about the character having to react to the world. Because Robin Hood is not flawed necessarily. He's also not perfect though. Ooh, that's tough to explain. The Robin Hood that I generally like is this amazing individual who is extremely merry and reckless, but he is good. You know? He is a person who is doing his best to be a good person. You know what? That's why I like the BBC one, the BBC Robin Hood. That is basically him. He gets cocky, he gets reckless, and he does make mistakes. He messes up. And even in the original, like these ones, sometimes he gets too cocky and he gets his butt handed to him. That's how he and Little John become friends, which is one of my favorite things about him. In fact, all of his inner circle absolutely kicks his ass. Like, Robin Hood is like, I'm the best archer in all of England, and then his best friends all kick his ass in some way. And that's amazing to me. Because he's always like this humble person too. Like at first he'll be like, I'm so angry, my pride is broken, and then he's like, just kidding. And Roger Lancelin Green, oh yeah, exactly. Like it's not great, but it's fun. And I honestly love it for that. It's not even, and I like the 2018 one as well. So sue me. You know, you'd think that I would be hoity-toity about my Robin Hood, but you know what? I'm down for Gatling gun Robin Hood. The Gatling crossbow, excuse me. It was a Gatling crossbow. I'm down for Gatling crossbow in what is basically Iraq Robin Hood. I'm down. I loved it. High fantasy, weird, not historically accurate whatsoever, ridiculous Michael Bay Robin Hood. I liked that. It was fun. That was fun. I think that's what I like about Robin Hood is when he's fun. And like that's kind of what makes these ones so good, is that even though these horrible things are happening, Robin pushes through. And even when he makes mistakes, somehow he gets through. He'll get caught, and he's on the gallows. And his friends, the people who care about him, and all the people that he's helped, you know, oh God, yeah. The 2018 one is such a trip, and I watch it sometimes, and I'm like, I don't even care. Like my other favorite one, okay, my ultimate favorite Robin Hood movie, and I'm not even ashamed to say it, is the one with God no. Okay, no, actually, I also love the Russell Crowe one. The Russell Crowe one is so good. I thought for sure that the Russell Crowe, the Russell Crowe Robin Hood, I thought for sure that would have a really good score, and it's got like a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb and a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was stunned. Now, I did find out that what I had been watching was like the director's cut, and I have to agree that without the stuff in the director's cut, it made less sense. There are like scenes that happen in the director's cut that I think were really important to the whole plot of the movie. And like especially in regards to the like Lost Boys thing going on, the boys in Sherwood Forest, there's like whole scenes missing in the theatrical cut. And I was like, okay, I can kind of see why it got a low score, because the director's cut is perfection. I love the director's cut. Like Russell Crowe's Robin Hood, so good. Kevin Costner. Oh, Kevin Costner, Robin Hood. I don't even care that he doesn't have an accent. I freaking love Kevin Costner, Robin Hood. That movie is so freaking fun. I could die. I love watching that one. Morgan Freeman as Little John. Mwah. I love him. Absolutely. I love him. He's amazing. It's perfection. And I love the little like racism thing that happens between him and Friar Tuck. And then at the end, Friar Tuck comes out and grabs him and he's like, I have wronged you. And I'm like, Friar Tuck. Like that's Friar Tuck for me. That's so Friar Tuck, because he is flawed and he makes mistakes, but then he repents. He is a holy man in the end. He's just a man. And I love it. It's so good. I am really easy to please. I am so easy to please. So for me to hate something, it's kind of rare. It's usually because it's grimdark. So I don't know. I can't. If I come out of a movie smiling, I'm great. don't ask me about the time I walked in and saw Bridge to Terabithia with no context. Whoo! Don't recommend. Honestly, I love so much Robin Hood, and it's like, I don't know, there's just something about him that is so exciting and thrilling, you know? Like, he's this amazing, flawed, but like desperately trying to be good individual. Oh, and Roger Lancelyn Green's Robin Hood, he had one story that he adapted, because I think he took like old stories and like basically adapted them for his copy, or his version of Robin Hood. And so in this one, Marion decides that, or I think Marion finds out that her father intends to have her marry Guy of Gisborne, which is another thing that I love. The subplot of Marion and Guy of Gisborne, ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. I also can't read anything where they make Robin Hood the villain. Oh, I can't do it. Someone recommended me a book once, and they were like, it's Robin Hood, but she goes back in time, and and then she is like angry at how Robin treated her, and so she sides with the sheriff of Nottingham, and he's actually the good guy. And I was like, oh no, I can't do that. He does. Azim. Oh, I love Azim. Yes, he does. It's basic. Well, he's not called Little John, but he is effectively Little John. I mean, no, there is a Little John, but he's also Little John. They're both Little John in a way, because like Azim is his, like, he becomes his best man essentially. Like, he goes all the way to the end with Azim. So like there's like two sides to the Little John, because there is an actual John Little character, and he's also Robin's like right hand, but then there's Azim, who's also his like other right hand, his left hand. I don't know how to explain it. I think in that movie they just had two Johns, but they both worked so good as John. It was just perfect, just a perfect balance to Kevin Costner as Robin Hood. I don't even care that he doesn't have an accent. Like, if you watch that movie and you slowly realize that he is just he just gives up on having an English accent, which even then, when he does have an English accent, it is the faintest hint, like a slight dropping of the R, and that's it. And then the man was like, it's not happening. I'm sorry. I have one accent, only one, and that's all I'm doing. They were like, hey Kevin, can you do like an English, like a British accent? I am. No. You're funny, dude. No, like a British accent. And he's like, I am. Right now. I'm doing one right now. And they're like, okay. You do that. But yeah, so Azim is like, I love that movie. That movie is so fun. I don't love it because it's historically, okay, hang on. Let me rephrase that. My love for it is not because it's historically accurate or whatever. My love for it is because it is fun. And I also love Men in Tights, which is a direct spoof of the Kevin Costner film. I think even at one point, what's his face? As You Wish. Princess Bride. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. And I always forget his name. Men in Tights actors. Carrie Elwes. Elwes? Ooh, I don't think I've ever said his last name out loud. Yes, he like makes a joke in the movie. He's like, and at least I have an English accent, or at least I have a British accent. And that absolutely, once I realized what that was a direct reference to, Elwes, thank you. Now I know, and I will forget, but thank you. That's way better than Elwes, what I was saying, which definitely didn't sound right. I was like, oh, that can't be it. Elwes, Carrie Elwes. But yeah, once I realized what that was a reference to, absolutely killed me. Died laughing. It's amazing. And of course, Alan Rickman, who is just turns every film that he's in into gold. Alan Rickman. Oh no, I'm so sorry. To be fair, I do not force my kids to watch Robin Hood. I suggested Robin Hood to Riley when he was very little. And now Lorelai will say, She say, see haha? See haha? And I'll be like, haha. She goes, yeah, haha. And I'm like, Robin Hood? She goes, ha, haha. And I'm like, yeah, close enough. So she asks me for it. I do not force Robin Hood on my children. On God. They ask for it. And Riley asks for the songs from Robin Hood. We've seen a lot of movies now. We've seen Cars, which was his favorite for like a bajillion years. And, you know, that has music, really good music. I have the music on my phone, and I used to play it in the car for him. But at night, he asks for all of the songs from Robin Hood specifically. And also, I have an edited version of When Somebody Loved Me from Toy Story 2 that I sing him. But I changed it. I mean, at that point, he was like 1, and I wanted to show him something. And so I put on Robin Hood. And he kind of just existed around it for a long time, which was fine by me, which half the reason I picked it, because the cuts are slower and the animations are less jittery than what we have in the modern age. But yeah, they're quite open to older animations, which I love. They love old Mickey Mouse. That's a surprise to me. He loves Steamboat Willie, which is not the most educational cartoon ever and is also somewhat violent. So I'm always like, should I show this? Is this okay? I don't even know. But we watch it. So occasionally he'll be like, watch Yellow Mickey Mouse, which is because the cover of Steamboat Willie on our Plex is yellow. So he's watch Yellow Mickey Mouse. But yeah. So, anyways, I digress. I don't know if that's the right thing to show them, but at least it's not Popeye with a rifle shooting ravens, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing as a mother. I digress. Look, I love Robin Hood. I just love that he is this individual who is so good. And then I remember getting to the end of the Roger Lancelin Green story, and I kept waiting for Robin Hood to make it out. And he didn't. And that was upsetting. And this one friggin' told me in the beginning, it was like, and then I saw myself lying in a bed sick, shooting an arrow out of a window. And I was like, oh, cool, he dies in this one too. Spoiler. OG Robin Hood is a story of a man. I think that's why I don't really like Howard Pyle. Because his is a little grittier. Not that much grittier. It's just a little grittier. He's a bit... I don't know how to properly explain it. I do have it. There's one story about Little John that I don't like that he tells, where Little John decides that he wants to go play a prank on the Sheriff of Nottingham. And so he convinces the sheriff to hire him. And because the sheriff has, I guess, never seen his face or something, I don't know. The sheriff hires him. And then for a whole year, John just straight up works for the Sheriff of Nottingham. And then at some point he just becomes so comfortable that he forgets the Greenwood and forgets Robin and just works for the Sheriff of Nottingham and just does stuff for him and has like a totally normal, happy life. And then one day wakes up and then is like, oh yeah, Robin Hood, and fighting against the sheriff. And then he like turns on the sheriff and returns to Sherwood, and then they all poke fun at him because they're like, dude, where the heck did you go? We thought you were dead. And I hated that because like he was gone for like I think a whole year, like a full year or something. It was either a full year or all of winter, I can't remember, but he basically just like ditched the Merry Men and Robin, and he's supposed to be Robin's right-hand man. So I didn't like that story of Little John. It just didn't fit the idea of John and Robin being like, you know, inseparable. It was just weird. Oh, Waterworld. Oh man, I never saw that movie, but Universal Studios in LA has a Waterworld thing that you can sit in. And there was a period of my life, so Universal Studios for the longest time was way more affordable than Disneyland, especially because you could get a year pass for Universal Studios for a while. That was way more affordable than Disneyland and had like no blackout dates. That is not the case anymore. Unfortunately. And there was basically just one pass. You were basically like, I would like a year pass. And they were like, cool, here's your year pass. They would block off events like Halloween Horror Nights, but otherwise there were like no blackout dates. And that made sense to me. I wasn't even mad. I got to go to Universal Studios for basically free. Like I would sometimes go after college, after my college classes and after high school, and would just go to Universal and ride the Mummy 3 or 4 times while my mom read a book somewhere. The Mummy is the best roller coaster in the world. I will die on that hill. I have 2 stories. Okay, so at Waterworld, you basically sit in the bleachers and they would reenact the story of Waterworld. And there was always like, there's the splash seats, the splash zone where you were likely to get hit by water. And then actors would have these water guns and they would come and like shoot at the audience. And then for my teen years, when I was at my peak, I'm so unique phase of fashion, which was like 8 layers, and I always had like a foxtail on my hip because I was that cringy. And it's so crazy that it was such a financial flop, but it's such a huge staple of Universal Studios. Like you go to Universal and everyone does Waterworld. Everyone. Like that, you have to do Waterworld. I hope it's still there. Because I don't believe it's relevant anymore. But it's one of like the most, it's just the coolest thing. Like there's explosions, planes come flying over the wall and explode into the water. It goes everywhere. People are flying all over the set. And I would always get picked as the person to get absolutely drenched. Like they like walk up and down and they talk to the audience and stuff. I don't know if they just started recognizing me because at that time of my life, I stood out so much. And I had fox ears at one point. I was that. Okay, I was that. I know, big surprise. Anyways, so they would like come by and they would, I can't remember how they would do it. They would just they would single me out, right? They would pull me up. They would be like, I think one time they were like, okay, so you're gonna, I'm gonna do a thing with you, and they would be like doing it for the audience, and everybody would be watching, and then like they were like, oh my god, and then I'd turn around and get like blasted in the face with water, and it was great. I had one lady come up and she was like, wow, based on the way you were dressed, I thought you were part of the show, and I was like, okay, I don't know if that's a compliment, because I dressed so weird. But so there was that one, and then I remember one time I was riding the Mummy. And the Mummy is a roller coaster. It's not a roller coaster in like the I'm gonna go 50 feet in the air and do loop-de-loops. It's a roller coaster in the I'm gonna go from 0 to 100. And you're gonna feel them G's, man. And one time we were on the Mummy, and as I was sitting there screaming and having a ball, a phone smacked my foot. And I mean, this thing, it does turn and it goes fast. So like this phone was gonna get jettisoned out onto the tracks, and I grabbed that thing with my feet, and I had like a thing on, so I couldn't pick it up. I couldn't get my feet to a point where I could reach it, so I clung to that phone for dear life because I didn't know if it was mine. And not that I would have hung on to it anyways, even if I was 100% positive it wasn't mine. But I was like, oh my god, no, I need that. I'm not going to be able to meet up with my friends or go home or anything. And then we got off the ride and it wasn't my phone, but I was like, I have saved you. So I brought it to the people, but man, that ride was very tense because this phone was being hung onto by my leather boots, because I wore Doc Martens, because of course I did. Doc Martens, 18 layers. I had a pageboy hat for a while that I wore, a huge foxtail on my hip, because I never wore it like a foxtail, because that's weird. I wore it on my hip like a keychain, because if you wear it on your butt, then you're that's a little weird. If you wear it on your hip, then you're like kind of cool in your head. I don't know. That was the logic of the time. I should mention that was the logic of the time. You wore it on your hip, not your butt, your hip, and then it was acceptable. that was just the rule of fashion. Hip acceptable, butt weird. Yeah. So that thing. Good lord. God, I'm remembering my cringe fashion choices, my anime expo years. Cringe. Anyways, I digress. Where are we at? An hour 45? Talked about Robin Hood for probably an hour of that. I'm gonna go write. $175 million? Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised. It definitely seems like a movie that would require quite a lot of budget. It's a shame that it didn't do so well. I never saw it, but I knew of it. 367 million. Did you guys hear about Snow White flopping? How bad is it? Snow White 2025 box office. It has grossed $195.2 million worldwide. Domestically, it earned $85 million. And its international markets were $109 million. Wow. And now analysts are predicting it may not reach 300 million. It's not gonna. How much did they spend on it, though? Snow White 2025. How much did it cost? 240 to 270 million. Ooh, it was one of Disney's most expensive films. Well, yeah, because they had to restart it because of Peter Dinklage. Yikes. Partly because of Peter Dinklage, and partly because people were like, I beg your pardon, about Rachel Zegler being like, this isn't, we could even take the prince out. And people were like, no. I feel like Snow White is cursed. Like, I don't think we've had like a totally perfect adaptation. Like, the Cinderella live action adaptation of Cinderella was amazing, phenomenal, flawless, untouchable. That, I thought if every remake had come out like that one and Maleficent, I would have been so happy. Oh god, marketing. They bombed. If every live action film had been like Maleficent and that Cinderella movie, we would have been great. I'm okay with Beauty and the Beast. I'm not angry at it. Obviously it could have been better. The auto-tune on Emma Watson was pretty bad, but I didn't hate it. I have not seen almost any other live action at this point because I think COVID happened and then I just stopped watching movies. The Aladdin one upset me. I didn't like how they gave pretty much all of Aladdin's wins to every other character. That one upset me. I loved the actors, but Aladdin basically didn't do anything. Jasmine and Genie did everything, and Aladdin was just kind of there. Like, kind of missed the whole point of Aladdin. And then Mulan, I don't remember. Something bugged me about Mulan, and I don't remember what it was. Oh well. And I didn't see The Lion King, although I kind of want to. I'm not mad at The Lion King looking the way that it does. And then I stopped going to movies, and I don't remember what came after The Lion King. And then Snow White. I know. We need to leave the live action stuff behind. I think we're done with that. That was fun for 5 minutes. It was fun with Cinderella, and it was fun with Maleficent. Maleficent was such a neat take on Sleeping Beauty, and now it's starting to feel really tired. Like, I used to be of the opinion that, like, oh yeah, I love these, it's not hurting anything, it's not, you know what, they're fun. Like I said, I just like when I'm having fun, honestly. But now I think we've spent so long making remakes. Like, how many years have we gone into these remakes and we haven't really had anything new since, like, Tangled, I think. No, Frozen. We haven't had anything new since, like, Frozen. And now they won't... I mean, they've, like, released a couple things, but I feel like they're not putting enough marketing into their new IPs. They're just continually putting everything into the live actions. Yeah. Aurora's a toughie, I think, because even in the original, like, Girly Pop kind of has, like, 5 lines and then spends most of it asleep. But I think what I loved was the way that they changed the relationship between her and Maleficent. And it honestly felt good. It was written in a good way. Because obviously I think that could have been handled badly and it could have been super annoying. Because you can argue that that was basically the idea for Snow White, was that they just wanted to put a twist, right? And yeah, I think if they had had more time, if Maleficent could have been longer, it could have been even better. I haven't seen the second movie to the Maleficent series or whatever. I've only seen the first one, but why are you on? I didn't call you. Sorry. SIRI turned on for some reason. Don't be listening to me. I digress. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I feel like the live action stuff is starting to get real tired. I would have loved to have seen a Treasure Planet live action though. Like, come on. Treasure Planet. That one is one of my favorites. My all-time favorites is Treasure Planet. And I really love The Frog Princess. I would have loved to see a live action of The Frog Princess. God, that movie's so good. When I finally saw that one, I was like, why didn't this do better? This movie is amazing. The music is amazing. The animation is so solid. The setting is phenomenal. It was so perfect. Everything about it was perfect. God, I love her friend. Oh, I've forgotten everybody's name in that movie. Except Naveen. For some reason, I can never forget Naveen's name. Imagine I'm saying it wrong. Oh, God. Characters? Tiana. God, how can I forget Tiana's name? Naveen. Okay, I still got it right. Dr. Facilier. Charlotte. I never remember Charlotte's name. Charlotte. I love Charlotte. I love Tiana. Oh my God. Tiana's one song, Halfway There. Oh my God. Halfway There is one of the best songs. The best live action. Yes! 101 Dalmatians. I love that remake. I love that live action remake. That is one of the best. And 102 Dalmatians. I had a period where I was obsessed with that one. I don't remember it, but I know the fact that Treasure Planet flopped is a travesty. That movie is one of my favorites, my all-time favorites. It's so good. The fact that it is just like a family feel-good Jim growing up, coming of age story. God, it made me read Treasure Island, and then I loved Treasure Island too. I need to reread that because Treasure Island was so good. Yeah, Treasure Planet is one of the best things ever made. But I mean, people are saying that Disney wanted Treasure Island and Princess and the Frog to flop because they wanted to have an excuse to leave 2D animation behind. And I mean, the argument for 2D animation is rough because it is hard and grueling, and definitely people cannot be paid what they should be paid for 2D animation because the budget would be insane. But it is not an easy thing to do 2D animation. It is a skill, and it is a hard skill, 2D animation. 3D animation is faster, easier, and smoother because you're using 3D models, whereas with 2D animation, everything has to be drawn, obviously. And so, I mean, technically, it doesn't have to be drawn, but, like, you know what I'm talking about. So, it's one of those things, I think. I think they wanted it. That's what I've read, is that they wanted those two movies to flop, so they didn't put into them what they should have. And Treasure Planet and Atlantis, those two movies, cult classics. Amazing. They're some of the best. Oh my God, Milo Thatch. Kirara. Oh God. Kiagakash. Kiagakash? Kidakakash. Kidakakash. God. Princess Kidagakash. There we go. I got it. I was like, no, I knew her name. Don't do this to me. I could say Kidagakash. Kida? Nope. Kidagakash. Okay, I was doing it right. I was like, I thought it was a K for a second. It wasn't. It was a G. But yeah. Top 10 Disney animated movies and how many are traditional? Probably all of them. Top 10 Oh, Lord Almighty. Okay, hang on. In no particular order, because I won't be able to pull that off. Treasure Planet, Atlantis. Let me think. Snow White, Cinderella, the original one, and also the original Snow White. And then... I'm trying to think. It's been so long. I'm going to say Robin Hood. And with a caveat, again, growing up, I was not into Robin Hood. Like, that was not even on my radar. This is a relatively recent thing. But because I have a toddler who's been obsessed with the animated Robin Hood with the fox, I have been able to watch it, and that animation, I mean, there's just so much about it, that Robin Hood, that animated Robin Hood, that is so good. And I know that they reused a lot of cells and stuff, but they still drew that. Like, that was still a drawn, hand-created thing that somebody, even if they reused cells and traced, I mean, it was still original cells that was drawn by somebody. So, like, I'm still gonna make an argument for Robin Hood, the animated film. Number 6, again, no particular order, because I don't think I'll be able to pull that off. Disney. I have to... Oh, man. Okay. Disney movies. I didn't spell Disney right. Can I pick a Disney original channel, Disney Channel movie? Because I will 100% put Xenon Girl of the 21st Century on there. I was so obsessed with that movie. I'm gonna put that on there. I don't even care. I feel like it's nothing relatively recent. This might be a little, I'm gonna put Frozen on here, even though I understand that it is not flawless. There are plot holes in there, and you can tell that they made changes to the plot, but I genuinely think that those were good changes. That the way that they ultimately made Frozen about a story between two sisters, and that Elsa was not a villain in the end, I think that was the right move. Obviously, I wish they could have had more context about the trolls and also everything else. I love the flip about her being super into Prince Hans, and then her Anna's love being actually Kristoff. Like, I love Kristoff. Frozen 2, I love parts of Frozen 2. Frozen 1 is really good. I love Save a Fox. Oh my god, I love Save a Fox. Michaela's amazing. I love Save a Fox. Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh my god, Pirates of the Caribbean has to be on here. Pirates of the first one. The other ones are good too, but the first one for sure. National Treasure is Disney. That might have to go on there too. Oh no, that doesn't count anymore. I was like, Anastasia, and then I was like, no wait, they bought that. That doesn't count. There's more. I know there's more. Who released this one? Oop, nope. Secret. Who released this? What company released this? Was this... Director was Don Bluth, of course. Yeah, but was it Disney? I don't think it was. I'm looking at Secret of Nim. Wow. An actress named Hermione was in this. Unless it was Hermione. By MGM. Yeah, it was MGM. So that wasn't Disney. So nope, not that one. An American Tail, Fievel Goes West. Okay, I watched Fievel Goes West growing up. I did not know that there was a movie before that. I did not. Who did that one? Was that Disney? Because I'll stick that on there if that was Disney. Distributed... No, that was Universal. Yeah, those are live action. I'll just... I don't even know. What's your top 10? Oh, right. We're only doing animated. Never mind. Okay, let me remove the ones that are not animated. Oh, gosh. Okay, hang on. Disney animated movies. I feel like Alice in Wonderland. Definitely. And then I wanted to watch The Rescuers forever and never got around to it. Oh god, Goofy. Oh no, I'm gonna hit a point where there's too many to choose from to make 10. Okay. Aladdin, King of Thieves. I haven't seen that in a really long time, but as a kid, I was violently obsessed with that one. I don't know why that one specifically. They did The Great Mouse Detective? Well, that just has to go on there. And you know what? Okay, I have one more. Thumbelina. If that one is that one Disney, or did they buy that one? That was Don Bluth, right? Okay, I don't know if that was originally Disney, but if it is, Thumbelina. Oliver and Company? Oh yeah, no, I'm hitting too many now. Oliver and Company was another one that I was obsessed with. I don't think this one was Disney. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Swan Princess? Not Disney. No? No. Swan Princess isn't Disney. Is it Disney? No. Swan Princess I was obsessed with. This is hard. I don't... There's too many. You know which one I didn't like? Oh, I loved Hercules for a bit. I was terrified of Hunchback of Notre Dame. I could not watch it. It used to upset me so much. That one was a little grimdark, even though it has a happy ending. Y'all, the original story for Hunchback of Notre Dame, Aladdin, Tarzan. I love Tarzan. That's another song that I sing. Come stop your crying, it will be alright. That one. I sing that one to my kids. Yay, we got a spirit. I definitely earned that. That's adorable. It's a little cinnamon bun. It's a cinna spinner. Aww. Excuse me. That's cute. Simmer slowly over heat. Do not overboil. Listen to the bubbles. Try brewing some tea while you wait. Okay. So, simmering. And then, oh, not music. There's probably a sound. Bubbling. I think we need the bubbling sound. I'm going to lower that a little bit because that's a bit much. Do we need this? No, I don't think so. What does it say? Simmer slowly over low heat. Do not overboil. Listen to the bubbles. Try brewing some tea while you wait. No, go back. Wardrobe, spirit companion. Is there? Oh, yeah. I goofed. I think that's actually perfect. Matches our vibes, although these are really cute. Oh, look at this one. That one's cute. I think we'll stick with the little green one. There we go. Now I've got it. I love Tangled. I do love Tangled. Wait. How to Train Your Dragon isn't Disney, right? No, that's not Pixar. It's not Disney. But I love How to Train Your Dragon. Remembering who did what is hard sometimes. Let's do one more writing sprint so that I can say that I was at least somewhat productive during this. No, that's not the right button. And then I'll come back and then we'll chat for a little bit longer and then we'll go to bed. Alright, I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. The Goofy movie, yes. The Goofy movie I recommend. I couldn't remember the word recommend. Highly recommend. Absolutely. That one is a really good feel-good movie. Totally worth it. As a kid, I think there were bits of it that upset me, and that was why I didn't connect to it, but it is a very good movie, and I appreciate it a lot more now that I'm an adult. But as a kid, I didn't like it. Oh, look, the table looks really nice. Like when you see it from this angle, it actually fits really well with the vibes. Vibes. Anyways, sorry. 10 minutes. Let's go. Okay. Sorry, I got into it. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and end this live stream here. I don't know what we're gonna do for, it's almost 11 o'clock, and as I was writing that, I could feel the energy slowly settling in me, and I'm like, my head's starting to dip a little bit, my eyes are getting a little heavy. But I think we talked about some very valuable things here today. I might reread or restart The Adventures of Robin Hood by Paul Creswick. That's the other part. This is called The Adventures of Robin Hood. So is Howard Pyle's. So, and this is just called Robin Hood by Henry Gilbert. So, that one has, by the way, a adaptation, and I'm not confirmed that it's an adaptation, a dramatization, but it basically is. It's The Legends of Robin Hood, and it says by Paul McCusker. But, like, the story of it follows this one identically. Like, they're identical stories. So I don't know if that's like a pen name, Paul McCusker. No, he was born in 1958. I don't know. His name is on this adaptation, but I am like 100% positive that it is an adaptation of Henry Gilbert's story, assuming that my preliminary knowledge of this, and this was written in 1912, originally published. Yeah, this book was first published in 1912. I don't know. The first, that, we don't know. The earliest mention of Robin Hood goes to the 1300s, but the Jest of Robin Hood, I believe, is the oldest copy of any that we have of a written Robin Hood. And that is dated to... I had this open literally earlier, and there it is. It stuck it all the way at the bottom. Perhaps even as early as 1400. So the earliest written thing of Robin Hood that we have managed to hold on to is from 1400, but the earliest mention goes even before that. I have it. It's a little harder to read. Let me see. It's definitely not copyrighted. A Jest of Robin Hood. Let's do PDF. I'll read you a portion of it, and you can, this is... Hang on. I think this is the book that I have. I just have a fancier... Oh, hang on. Okay, so it's like... Oh no. Okay, this is written in Old English. And walk up to the Salus, and so to Watling Street, and wait after some unketh jest. Up chance ye may them meet. Be he early or any baron, abbot... No, sorry. Be he earl or any baron, abbot or any knight, bring him to lodge to me, his dinner shall be dight. Let me turn this on so you can see what I'm working on here. Okay. Whoop! Too much. That's fine. They went up to the Salus. That's probably not what that is. These yeomen all three. They looked east, they looked west. They might no man see. But as they looked into Barnesdale, be a Darnus Street, they came a night. Then came a night riding full they came him meet. All dreary was his semblance, and little was his pride. Oh, this is the story of Sir Richard of the Lee. His one foot in the stirrup rode, the other weighed beside. His hood hanging in his Ein too. He rode in simple array. A sorrier man than he was one rode ne'er in summer day. Oops. Oh. Little John was full courtesies, and set him on his knee. Welcome be ye, gentle knight, welcome are ye to me. And walk up under the sails. Oh no. Oh no, no, this isn't right. So it goes this way. Welcome be thou to Greenwood. Hunda night and free. My master hath abiden you to fasten, sir, all these ours three. Who is thy master? Said the knight. John said, Robin Hood. He is a good yeoman, said the knight. Of him I have heard much good. I grant, he said, with you to wind, my brethren all in fair. My purpose was to have dined today at Blyther Doncaster. They brought him to the lodge door, when Robin him came see. Full courtesy did off his hood, and set him on his knee. Biscuits. Welcome, Sir Knight, then said Robin, welcome art thou to me. I have abiden you fasting, sir, all these hours three. As you can see, it's quite difficult. There are translations of this that are written not in Old English, and I think Chest High Wall gave me a copy that doesn't have this written in exact Old English, but it's quite hard. It's much older, and it's obviously it's not written like a book. It's poetry. It's an epic poem. And it's all the series of adventures of Robin Hood, but it starts with Richard of the Lea, which I guess is one of the oldest versions of, or one of the oldest stories of Robin Hood that we have written. So that's as old as it gets. Don't ask me how I recognized some of what I saw, because I do not have training in Old English, and even that was probably better. I think it's even worse. And I shouldn't say worse, but it's just, it's even worse than that. It's even harder than that. Oh, okay. I've just downloaded something. That's fine. What did I just downloaded a PDF. That seems a little sus that you can just download a PDF straight off of Google. This is, oh, it's the exact same book. That's funny. This page is locked to free members. Purchase full membership to immediately unlock this page. Oh, interesting. The first page of the Jest of Robin Hood is locked. Interesting. Weird. Oh, the first one I looked at was on the Internet Archive. Well, anyways, I will go ahead and let you guys go. I think of the books that I would ever recommend of Robin Hood, if you were so inclined. Roger Lancelyn Green. That was my first one, and I fell in love with that one. And then Robin Hood by Henry Gilbert. And then Howard Pyle is fine. I feel like I would recommend that third. It's a good book. There's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like that story of Little John bugged me a lot. And Robin's also a lot more violent. In most Robin Hood stories, you'll find that Robin generally takes a vow of non-killing. Like, he refuses to kill people. It's one of his things. I don't know if that is because that's how it's always been. I highly doubt it. It's probably more accurate historically that he was violent. I think in Howard Pyle's he ends up going and joining the military. Excuse me. I can't remember which one it was. But I like the ones where he swears that he will never kill somebody. There are other books that I have. Robin McKinley. Yeah? Robin McKinley? No. No, yeah. Robin McKinley. She wrote, oh my gosh, I should check out more of her stuff. She's written a lot of fairy tale retellings. The Outlaws of Sherwood, that's what she's written. She's got Beauty, a retelling of The Beauty and the Beast. Spindle's End. That sounds quite a bit like a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. That's another thing that I've toyed with, is doing fairy tale retellings and just writing them with werewolves in them, because that sounds like it would be hysterical. Does it not? Like werewolf specific retellings of all of the old the popular fairy tales, Snow White, Cinderella, but with werewolves. Werewolf prince kisses Snow White on the lips, I guess. I don't know. He bites her and turns her into a werewolf. That It's fine. I'll make it work. Anyways, I thought that would be really funny, but that I haven't played with that at all. I got me on Red Riding Hood, because that's an obvious correlation to werewolves if ever there was one. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream here. I deeply appreciate y'all, as always, for coming on Wednesday. And this is not like a threat or anything, if y'all are here, maybe we'll do a little bit of the Caribbean Sail. I still have it installed. I will never uninstall that game. I love that game. It makes me so happy. So maybe we'll do some Caribbean Sail. And so we'll try to do that on Wednesday. Maybe some Sandrock. I don't know. We'll chill on Wednesday, I think. It's just going to be a chill day. So we'll have some good times. We'll insert all of us into the game and see if it just picks on Crystal. It was weird because I shuffled you from different characters and it still always picked on you. It was the wildest thing I've ever experienced. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out, as always. I genuinely appreciate all of you for just chilling and hanging and chatting. I know it's not like the most professional. Yeah, you never died. I remember that. Your character just like a wall, an unbeatable wall. And I think my character like never got mentioned. I think maybe one thing happened to me, right? But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. What else is new? Oh yeah, I know this isn't like the most professional live stream ever, but I genuinely appreciate y'all hanging out with me. So I will see you guys on Wednesday, and then that will be the end of Writathon, and I will see you all in the fall for the next Writathon, hopefully with better preparation. I think I might try to shoot for doing Reincarnated as the Loser Best Friend for the next Writathon, but I don't know if I will publish that either, if that makes sense, because I don't want that one to be an off-the-cuff novel. I want that one to be prepared. So we'll see. I'll get there and we'll find out. That's what it comes down to. And I feel like this helped me a lot, believe it or not. These live streams, I feel like I'm about ready to dive in. Like I'm starting to settle a little bit after finishing House of Flies. I feel that this cleared up the cobwebs quite a lot. So you know what? It was productive, I think. It's given me a lot of inspiration. I've had a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll see you guys Wednesday. Good night.